In today's video, we're going to talk about how to create an email template with Kajabi. So this is basically a template that you can use and you can put in your business branding or certain standard information like social media links or some kind of information in the footer as an email signature. And then you can use that template as a starting point for any weekly newsletters or broadcasts that you're sending out so that you don't have to repeatedly put in the same information starting from scratch every week. It'll save some time and it'll also add a little bit of a nice consistency and design to your emails. So the way you do it is you go in Kajabi under the marketing tab, you go to email campaigns, and then you click on manage templates. And I'm going to scroll down and click, I'm going to click new template. I'm just going to call this one example. You can just put in a short description. And your template will actually start from one of Kajabi's templates. So you can choose one that's just based with text, or take a look at the other ones that they offer. They have different features like videos or countdown timers or photos and buttons, lists of things. So there's a whole bunch that you can choose from. So the one that I used in my email is this one called Mocha. So what I did is, even though I like this photo, it was just a little bit too much going on in this template for me. So the first thing that I did was I deleted the image. So I went over here on the left where it says image, and then I went to the three dots and deleted it. Then for the logo, I imported my own logo. So I just clicked on it and then I clicked select image, upload new file, clicked save. Okay, and then if you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can play with where it says width. So let's say I want to make it like 260. Just make it a little bigger. Okay. Then this part over here, I'm not going to do much with for my template because the main text of the email is what I'm going to be changing week to week. When you design the template, the things that you're designing are more things that are going to stay the same every week, but the text itself is going to change. So the only thing that I'm going to do there is I want to change the colors. So to do that, I go to settings. There's two tabs. In this menu on the left, section and settings. So under settings, I'm going to go to color scheme, and then I'm going to change this where it says header text color. And I want all my headings to be this navy blue that I use for my business. So that automatically changed and it'll stay that way. So now when I send out my weekly newsletters, I don't always have to change my header from black to navy. The same thing for the button. I am going to change, I clicked on the button here in the main part of the screen, and then on the left, this popped up where it says button background. So I'm going to change it to navy also. Now, in terms of what the button says or what it's linked to, I'm not going to do anything with that in the template either, because week to week, that's going to change. Sometimes I'm going to use the button to have people download something from the email. Sometimes I'm going to use the button to redirect them to maybe a YouTube video I made or something like that. So for the sake of the template, all I'm going to do is change the color for now. Okay, now scrolling down, what I love about this template is that it has these boxes where you can put in certain things that you want to have repeat in every newsletter. So for mine, I chose to have one box about working with me, one box like a bulletin board with notices, and then one box with my latest content. So if you want to do the same, all you do is click on the text of the first one, and you're going to want to change the photo unless you unless you happen to have a coffee business. So what I did for the photos, because I wanted this vertical rectangular shape, what I did is I actually used a Pinterest pin design in Canva. There are so many nice Pinterest pin designs that are really attractive. And if you use Canva, all you have to do is put in like your own photo and your own colors, but you can use these pre-made designs that are free. So to change the photo, you click on the left and then the image pops up. I'm sorry, you click here in the middle and then the image pops up on the left and you click select image, upload a new file, and you want to drag in one of the Pinterest pin images that you made and click save. So that's the one that I called bulletin board. So now here for the text, I'm going to click on it and edit it on the left. And I'm going to say like weekly announcements. And then you can change besides for the header, you can change what it says here, like something like, here's what's going on this week, and then leave the rest of it blank because that's what you're going to be changing week to week. So you don't have to fully put in all the details for the sake of the template. So then moving on to the next one, I click on the next image. I go to select image, upload a new file. Then I'm going to put in my next Pinterest pin, which is the one that says work with me. And then I'm going to change the header to say, here's some ways we can work together. And this is a great place to put in your discovery link. Like if you have your discovery call link, if you have a scheduling calendar and you offer free calls, it's a great place to put that. It doesn't have to be all paid offers. It could be, besides for the discovery call, it could be a link to join your Facebook group, or something like also like ways to connect with you. Like you might want to just have them check out your blog, or connect with you on Instagram or send you a DM or something like that. So you can think a little bit outside of the box. It doesn't have to be just paid services in the work with me section. And then so you could change the text here in the template. Besides for the header, you can put in the detail, because the ways that people can work with you are probably going to be consistent from week to week. Maybe occasionally you're going to have a program open for enrollment that you might want to add in, but other things will be constant every week. So you would want to put those in the template. And now I wanted to add a third one of these things. So I'm going to go to sections, and you can see these blocks here are called image and text because there's an image and text next to it. But there are spaces in between the image and text blocks. And those are called dividers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this image and text block on the left, and I'm going to click on the three dots, and I'm going to click duplicate. And it made a copy, but it put it underneath the social media icons. So I'm going to click back, and I want to take this block, image and text, click on it and drag it above the social media icons. And then I want to put in a space between this block and the social media icons. So I'm going to go over here on the left, and where it says divider, I'm going to go to the three dots and click duplicate. And the divider, anytime you add something new, it adds it onto the end. So it's below the social media icons. So I'm going to click on that and drag it up above. So now what I did is I added a third one of these image and text elements. And then I have a space, and then I have my social media icons. So now I can edit this third one. And the third one, I'm going to click on the photo, and then I want to change the image, obviously, so I don't have the same one twice. So I go to select image, upload a new file, and I'm going to upload my third Pinterest pin, which I called tips and tutorials. So if you publish regular content, I think that's a great thing to bring awareness to in your newsletter. So whether that is a podcast, a blog, YouTube videos, if you're active on Pinterest, like please share your work. You're putting a lot of work into it, so you want people to see it, and bringing attention to it in your newsletter is a great way to do that. So then after I changed the picture, I would go to the text on the right and I would say, check out my latest, and then you would say, blog post, podcast, episode, YouTube video, like whatever it is. And then that would be sufficient, I think, for the template. And then when you go to send out the weekly broadcast, you would change the text underneath to describe what your content is about that week. And then the last thing that you're going to want to update in your newsletter template is the social media icons. So to do that, you can just click on any one of them. And you only have a couple of options in terms of colors for the template. So if you click here where it says social icon style, the default colors are the colors that are associated with, I guess, each platform. But if you want to change that, you could do black on white, which is like a black icon on a white circle, or the opposite, white icon on a black circle. Or you can choose to have no circles and black icons, or no circles and white icons. Those are definitely hard to see. So I'm just going to choose black. And then you can choose if they're small or large. You can choose the alignment. And then finally, you're going to actually want to put in the URLs for your particular handles. So you go in and just replace where it says Kajabi for each one of those and put in your own URL. And then if you don't have a platform, like if you're not active on Twitter, all you do is highlight it and delete it and press save, and then the icon goes away on its own. So that is how you edit your template. Now, when you're ready to use it to send out a weekly newsletter, what you do, I'm going to back out of it. You go to marketing and email campaigns, and now you click new email campaign. The templates, like I'm going to use my template to send out my weekly broadcast, and click continue. And then you'll see at the top, it says saved custom templates. So I'm going to click this one that I just created, example, and then click get started. And then I'm going to say, like today is March 3rd. So I'm just going to say March 3rd newsletter, create. And then I choose who receives it, whether I'm sending it out to my whole list or a subset of my list. I'm going to save and continue. And then I put in a subject line, preview text, and then I click on the email and it says edit content. So now when I'm editing, I'm not editing the template anymore. I'm just using the template that I just made as my starting point. And now I'm putting in the content that will go out this week when I send the broadcast. And that's all you have to do to send out some pretty newsletters with lots of great content in them.